I am live. I am live. Hello world. Ben is the first one here. Hey Ben. Ben's watching from somewhere else, because I titled this Live from Somewhere. Oh. 7 people watching. They're all on EEVblog 2. Let me just put out the tweeteries, although Twitter the announcement just went live, although I'm live on Twitter too. So you are live, edit, remove, view on Twitter. No, hang on. Blurb, blurb. View on YouTube. Copy link address. Stick with me. Oh, no. Link. Yeah. Gotta fix this. Hang on. Tweet. Sweet. Nicholas was second. Bruh. Bruh. Rich. Hey, Rich. Hey-o. G'day, Corey. What is it? Boodle Rat from Austin, Texas. Home of Texas Instruments. Hey, Willie. Nicholas Rod is drunk in Texas. Oh, there you go. Another 2 from Texas. Watching Spider-Man 94 to 97. G. I have no idea what Ultra G is. Ultra RC. Vintage Hillbilly Shack. I'm assuming you can hear me. Otherwise, you'd be screaming at me. Hi from Japan. Hi, Pet. Gunnar from Iceland. Raj. Vintage Hillbilly Shack. That sounds like a YouTube channel. Now I've got to catch up. Discover Electronics is here. That sounds like another YouTube channel as well. So many... Oh. Yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah, I can put those up. That looks like a YouTube has an icon. I don't really have a logo. EEVblog doesn't have a logo. Been doing this shit for 12 years and I don't have a logo. Got like EEVblog as like a font and that's it. Whoa, hello. Whoa, wobbly. Get the wobblies. Whoa, that's gonna make... Alright, I'll try not to... Obviously, I'm using a laptop, and obviously, I am somewhere, not in the lab. Is this a business park? It could be, or it could not be. You don't know. That's the whole point. You have no idea where I am. Dave's doing the Arvo shift at 5 PM. Yeah, I don't know how much time I've got. I've got enough time until Mrs. EEVblog shouts at me. So yeah. Brian's in isolation in South Australia. I haven't been watching the news. I don't know what's going on in South Australia. I don't know how many tens of thousands you got. Are you trying to keep up with the Joneses here in New South Wales and Victoria? Felix is from Indonesia, 1:13 PM. Good morgen, Dave. I assume Sandy's German. Guten Morgen. 5x5, Build All Rat says. Yep. Okay, I should probably catch up on... Yeah, right. Kazakhstan. Oh, boy, Stuttgart, Germany. You can hear me like I'm next door. Excellent. Did I sign Multi-Shizmo? Did I sign up to Getter? Because there is an EEVblog account on there. Yeah. I signed up when it first came out. I don't know when. It was seems like ages ago now. I don't use it. It's just a new platform comes along. I grab my handle. So yeah, as far as I know, there's no way to like automatically put stuff there. If anyone knows, is there like any way that like my tweets can go to Getter and other stuff? I don't know. There's supposed to be third-party tools that do it or something, but I haven't found any. So... Vintage Hillbilly Shack is from Arkansas. Maybe a neon logo. Yeah, You know, like, should the EEVblog poll, should the EEVblog have a logo? I can add polls and shit, right? Oh, no, I have to do that on YouTube. I'm using StreamYard. I'm going to 7, count them, 7 different platforms. 7 different platforms. How's the Omicron? I wouldn't know, because I'm here, where there's no Omicron. Well, no, it's everywhere. You learned to use Altium from me. It's from Romania. Awesome. Standard question, what's the device with lots of buttons on the top left shelf behind you? Well done. I'll pay that. Yeah? Hang on. Sure. Sorry, that was the huckster talking to me. Denmark. Thank you very much. Boodlerat, because there's no L in there. I thought it was like an L. I thought it was build, but it's Boodlerat, I guess. Any 121 GW software updates planned? No, unfortunately, none. Because David 2 did the 121 software. He's no longer with me, and I don't know how to do it. It's like, even he had like trouble. It was so much trouble doing Bluetooth low energy is such a dog of a system. It's such a dog. It took us so much time, or it took him so much time and effort to learn how to do that. And no, unfortunately, no, I don't. I have no plans to sort of get somebody else up to speed on it. Like, I would have to pay someone. I'd have to pay someone to hang on. Post comments. Learn more. No, go away. Right. Yeah, I'd have to hire someone to like learn it. I mean, you know, there's people out there who know how to program stuff, but I don't know how good the code is. I don't know in what state it's in and stuff like that. So no, I have no plans to. And then there's the whole Apple thing. The Apple thing's a nightmare, trying to get the app onto the Apple Store and stuff. It's just I would never do it again. I'd never do app development again. It's horrid. No, I'm not afraid of the mask police. They can kiss my ass. All the mask Karens. Hey, Ashish from India. Yeah, I got a solid 3 minutes in before I was interrupted by family. Yeah. Anyway, you can tell I'm not in the lab, or I'm not near the lab. Am I lost again? Could be. Kids fighting again. Well, there are lightsabers around here somewhere. I don't know where. But, yep, I could get whacked in the back of the head with a lightsaber. It's possible. It happens. When will the BM235s be back in stock? Ham radio guy, it depends where you get them from. Because stock is not a problem. I have plenty of stock. The problem is I'm not near the lab. So I shut down my store. I'm back on the... Well, I'll open the store back on the 15th. I don't know, what is today? The 11th. I'll open the store in like on the 15th or something. I'll start shipping again next Monday. So I'll probably open the store on like the Saturday or something. But yeah. Oh, it's Dutch. It's pronounced Bedelrat. Bedelrat. There you go. Stuart's in Scotland. Anyway, yeah, I've got plenty of stock. I've got no shortage of stock. It's just that yeah, I'm not there, so I can't pack and ship. So I simply shut down my store, because then, if I get back, if I just keep the store open, the orders keep flooding in, and there's no one there to pack and ship, and then people keep asking, when's my meter shipping? So I just shut down the whole store. But you can still get them from Simon's Electronics in the UK, and Wellectron in Germany, and Amazon as well. Hey, Mohammed from Iraq. Cool. Don't get many viewers from Iraq. I've had a few. Actually, I've seen you around, haven't I? Am I going to the Australian Open? No, I'm not. But Mrs. EEVblog is tennis mad. Mrs. EEVblog is a tennis. She plays competition tennis, and she's got a coach and everything. Mrs. EEVblog. So, yep. Another one from Fort Worth, Texas. Another one from Texas. Jeez. Anyway, I got to catch up on the chat. I'm behind. Okay. Is Australia suffering inflation like in the US? Yeah, it is. Because once again, just like other countries, I'm not sure if it's every country is the same, but here they don't include house prices in the inflation figures. It's just like consumer goods, bread and milk and, bloody Big Macs and stuff like that. Yeah, everything's going up. We've been hit with the and it's making the news. What little news I do read, it's the supply chain. There's a food. There's not really a food shortage here, but there's some people, some of the media try to talk up that there is. They try to talk up that there's stuff happening. Anyway, let me know which is better. This microphone. I'm going to dick with my settings because I like dicking with my settings. Here we go. Which is better? This microphone, check 1 2, which is my C920 Logitech, or this one that I'm about to switch to, which will be my internal microphone array. Check 1 2. I'm now on the internal microphone array. Tell me which one is better. So this is the internal microphone array, and now I'm switching back to the C920 now. I'm now back on the C920 microphone. Tell me which one's better. Number 1 is better. 2. 1. Okay, so this one now, the Logitech C920. Yep. All right. C920. Okay. Internal is trebly and more soft. Yeah. I guess I think the C920 has larger little capsules. It's got big things either side, whereas the tiny little pinholes on the internal mic. Yeah. 920 by miles. Okay. I did bring my external mic, which I normally carry in my laptop bag. I did actually bring it. It's a Samson. It's a little Samson foldy thing. It's about that big, and it folds out and goes up. And I've used it for podcasts on the go and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a mini USB cable. Got every cable except mini USB, and it's a mini USB. Oh, number 2 is clearer but has no bass. Anyway, all right. Yeah, sorry, this table's a bit wobbly. Got my new Ghostbusters shirt on. How do you like my Ghostbusters shirt? Look at that. Schmick, huh? I like it. Green slime. Hey. Halcyon's in the house. Did you get the email I sent you? Hal? Did I get the email? I found some Halcyon beer. Hal is the only one in the chat who probably knows where I am. Because in a local bottle shop, I found some beer. And it's Halcyon beer. Oh, so, yes. That's how you pronounce Halcyon. I'm assuming it's the same Halcyon. Am I planning on a big collab with Electroboom? No. Nope. No plans whatsoever. I was one I still got one video left to release. Supporters have seen it. It is uploaded. So before I went away, because surprise, I'm away. I did upload 2 videos. I wanted to upload 3. I wanted to do a follow-up to the Veritasium video. But I didn't get enough time. I was going to shoot like just a simple whiteboard talkie about how, because the speed of light wire switch question thing, because a quantum physics professor, I think she is, something like that. She has to do with she does quantum research and stuff like that. Whereas quantum field theory says that energy flows in the wires. By all probability, energy flows inside the wires. So technically, that adds a new slant to it. Technically, if you're a quantum field physicist and you follow quantum and you think quantum field theory seems to trump Poynting theorem, which says energy flows outside the wires exclusively, right? Whereas if you're into your quantum field theory and you believe quantum field theory is correct, then it's a higher level theory yet again, and it says energy flows in the wires with 99.99% probability. So yeah, I was like, because I'm not a physicist, let alone a quantum physicist, so I have no idea. But she's done this video. I've put it on Twitter somewhere, and yeah, apparently, skeeter. I might get bitten by a skeeter, as we call them here, a mosquito everywhere else, skeeter. Yeah, so I was going to do that. I was going to do that, but I didn't get around to it. So maybe when I get back, I don't know. Is it all blown over now? Anyway, did Veritasium do a follow-up video? Did he ever do a follow-up video? Does anyone tell me? Because I haven't checked his. Although I'm subscribed to his channel, so yeah, but YouTube doesn't send out bloody notifications, does it? It's useless. Did Veritasium ever do a follow-up video? Because he was working on it, and we did a probably 40 minutes, almost an hour Skype call. We do a Zoom call. We did a Zoom call just before Christmas. Yeah, there it is. Skeeter. Got him. Got him. Got him before he got me. Yeah, I'm sort of in the thick of shrubbery at the moment, so yeah, skeeters tend to hang around. Veritasium did it for the clicks, says Okerka. He does everything. Of course he did it for the clicks. He's specifically done a video explaining that he does videos for the clicks now. He's following the algorithm. He specifically said that. It's a good thing electricity knows what it's doing, even if we barely do. Yeah. Yeah. Just stick to Ohm's law and you'll be right. You know. Yeah, it's yes, it is warm and humid. Yeah, it's the temperature's all right here. It's probably about 23 degrees, 24 degrees maybe. So it's not that, you know, it's not hot or anything, but it is muggy. It is humid out here. Yeah. Yep. So I'm not sure how this picture looks. I don't know. This screen's a bit washed out here because there's all this. It's what is it? Yeah, it's 5:30 in the afternoon here, but it won't be dark until like 8:30 p.m. here. So but it's all overcast, so I'm getting the diffuse light. Yeah, things are always a probability in quantum, but yeah, according to quantum field theory seems to trump Poynting theorem. And I reckon that's interesting. I have no idea. I have no ability whatsoever to do a video speaking on this. I just wanted to do a video saying, hey, everyone's been talking about, you know, Poynting theorem and everything else, and Maxwell's and everything else. And yeah, according to those theories, you know, the energy flows outside the wires, and any decent engineer knows this, blah, blah, blah. And then along comes this curveball, quantum field theory, which I didn't think about actually before. that. But yeah, he did not make a follow-up video. Okay, because yeah, I did a we did a Zoom call together, and he was working on something. I can't say what, but he was working on a follow-up video, and he wanted to discuss it and stuff like that. Yeah, he was. There's movement in the bushes. Scary. Yeah, so he obviously, and he was going to do it before New Year's. He was going to do it before New Year's, but he's on holidays now, I believe. So it's, yeah, so you probably won't see it. Yeah, I did feedback during the video, but also after the video, I then thought of a few extra things came to mind. So I contacted him about this and said, you know, look, this could be an issue about probing and stuff like that. So yeah. So he was going to do a follow-up video, but I think he ran out of time. He was really pressed for time. And yeah, I didn't think he'd be able to make it in time anyway, even if he just ignored everything everyone was telling him and, you know, just went and did it. I don't think he would have had enough time, so it's not surprising he didn't do it. But that might come in January. I don't know, late January or something, maybe. But he didn't say it's a definite. But he has, and I've seen some stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, you're being recommended your own videos. Yeah, it's shit. Simple Electronics, it's shit. By the way, I've been on Simple Electronics podcast. Is it on your channel, or is there a separate podcast channel? I can't actually remember. But I've done a yeah, we did a 1 hour thing. So go check out Simple Electronics podcast, where we did a podcasty thing. It's an audio only thing, but it is on the YouTubes, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, I get recommended my own channels, right? I've got the same login, the same Google login on all my, you know, when I hit the box up there, it gives me all my YouTube channels, and I can just choose which one I'm on. And even that, it still gives me recommendations. Here's the latest EEVblog 2 video. Oh, fuck. You know, come on. Thanks for the recommendation, but, you know, I think I might have seen it. It's just, yeah, Labber's looking pretty sweet. I was facing the other direction before, but there was too much light coming behind me, and my face was kind of like washed out. So yeah. Veritasium likes clickbait. Yes, he's done a whole channel. He's done a whole video devoted to why he's following the algorithm, because he really analyzes the algorithm, and he's done a at least he says it, you know, which is fine. I got no problems if that's what he wants to do. It's great, you know, and he's getting the views. You can't, like, he's killing it, right? So you can't say it's not working for him. But yeah, after actually talking to him extensively, the guy is very genuine, though. The guy is very, and he's not just doing it for the clear. Like, he's not just doing it for the money. He genuinely wants to share physics knowledge with the world, you know, science stuff with the world. I mean, you know, he's not just doing it for clicks. Sure, he's realized he's got to do it for clicks, because the more people view it, the more people will get interested in science and stuff like that, right? And all of us engineering YouTubers do the same thing, right? Everyone can, you always get a complaint, Dave's using clickbait thumbnails. Oh, well, like, I've got to. There's like hundreds of other electronics engineering channels, let alone other, you know, content out there. And we've all got to stand out for eyeballs. And the more people that watch, the more people will potentially get interested in engineering. I'm exactly the same as Derek in this regard. The more people that watch, the more people will potentially get interested in science, engineering, all that sort of stuff, right? So I will make no apologies whatsoever for my clickbait thumbnails, but they're not clickbait. Like, they're click attractors, I guess. They're not like fake clickbaits. There's nothing in my thumbnails that's not in the video, for example. So In fact, most of the time my thumbnail is simply a screenshot from the video with a big yellow font over the top, you know, so that it stands out. Because you have to stand out, even with your subscribers, right? I got like nearing 850,000 subscribers, yet you know, a video will be like a video, if it does well, will only get 100,000 views, right? It's just, you know, like really successful ones, yeah, it might get 300,000-400,000 or something. But yeah, most of the time, like an average video is only going to get 50,000-60,000, and a decent one, I would call a decent one, is one that gets 100,000 views. But an average one is just one that gets only like 40,000 to 50,000 views. And yeah, anyway, once again, I'm way behind on the chat because I'm dumb and I don't know how to keep up with. Do I know of a modern version of the LM339? I can't find a good footprint for it for my latest design project. Not offhand. I'd have to do another. I was going to do those before I left, a couple of Jelly Bean videos and stuff like that. LM3, I still use LM339. It's just my go-to. It's still great. I don't know why you really need an alternative. Well, you know, there's always niche requirements, and that's why there's hundreds of them around. But like, yeah, the LM339 still exists for a reason. It's because it's still pretty schmick. I use it for a ton of stuff. It would still be my go-to part. You know, I would go there. I would go for the LM339, and then I wouldn't consider anything else unless I actually had to. Heath McDonald is in Bella Vista. I could almost wave to you, except I'm not at the lab, because the lab is a cooee from Bella Vista. I've done those bike riding videos through Bella Vista. How is Odysee compared to YouTube these days? The views and the engagement are great. Oh, sorry, you didn't answer. I didn't see your response. How did you get my email about the beer? About the craft beer. Yeah, it's still good. Although I've been getting a lot of low lag on it lately. Some people have complained about that in the past, and I haven't generally seen it, but I've been seeing a bit of lag lately, or it displays it in like 240p or something, like really grainy 240p, because it's detected that the bandwidth has dropped, which is better than not displaying anything. But you know, so yeah, no, I still do quite a lot of my watching on Odysee, probably like half my daily viewing on there. But yeah, lately, I don't know why lately it's been like, you know, and it actually buffers and stuff and doesn't have the yeah, so it hasn't been as smooth as it's been in the past, so I don't know why. Seems kind of random. No, that's very similar. No, it seems, no, if you can get 10% of your regular subscribers to watch your videos, you're doing pretty well as a YouTuber. You're doing really well if you can get 20%. It depends on your content, right? I have gotten, thank you, Hangadas, I'll get to you in a second. Oh, hide. There we go. Yeah, but it depends on your channel. See, a channel like mine is a very eclectic channel that appeals to a broad range of people. A lot of people subscribe. Did I get him? Might have. A lot of people subscribe for many different reasons. Like I make two different types of videos, but someone like Big Clive, for example, right, is a decent example. Where you subscribe to the Big Clive channel, you get the same style video every time. Like you get, you know, the hands, you know, doing the thing for, you know, 10 minutes or something like that, tearing apart some cheap and analyzing some cheap Chinese widget, you know, and that's what you get from a Big Clive video, and he gives you the same every time. So he's going to get a higher subscriber to viewer ratio than a channel like mine that covers many different things. So the hell? Oh. That was Mrs. EEVblog. I was somehow on speakerphone to Mrs. EEVblog. Has she been listening this whole time? I don't know what... What the... Bloody shoe phones. Preferred microcontroller. Preferred microcontroller. I would probably still prefer a PIC these days. I would still prefer a PIC. And with the supply chain crisis, if you picked STM32, you might have picked a loser. Mozzie lives matter. I'm cutting in and out of audio sync. No one else is complaining. I'd say that's your end, Steve. Although it could be. It could be my end. Is anyone else getting... What equipment am I using for this outdoor live stream? I'm using my laptop. I'm using my Legion laptop. Although I am in low power mode because my battery is... I've only got 1 hour and 30... I've only got 37% battery left. I am in low power battery saver mode. So... yeah. Do I agree with the KISS Electronics response to the fluke price? No, I don't really agree with him. I think we're just on different wavelengths with that. I'm trying to explain it from a different point of view than he is, I guess. So anyway, that is my next video, the Fluke 87. Yeah, it actually involves the Fluke 87. The Fluke 79 is my next video, which is currently uploaded, and supporters have seen it. By the way, I'm going to have a push soon, I think. When I get back, I'll probably do a video, which I've never really done, on how to support the blog. Because I'm now on Locals. So I'm on Patreon, Subscribestar, and Locals now. So I've got 3 different ways that you can support, 3 different platforms there that you can support me on, as well as, you know, the regular PayPal, the regular crypto, or the forum thing, or the PayPal. But so I might do a video just, and I might do like more exclusive content and more like, because I did a just before I left, I did a live hangout with my patrons, and that was fun. I enjoyed that, so I might do more live hangouts where it's not just me talking, everyone else joins, you know. And yeah, that was actually really good. So I might do more. How would you describe the current state of hobby electronics? Also wanted to say thank you for sparking my interest. No worries, good to hear. Started all the way back how to build an electronics lab. Oh, right, that video. I've done a couple. The current state of hobby electronics is probably better than it's ever been, really. I mean, I get asked this question a lot. Like, I wouldn't want to go back because you've got access to so much more stuff these days. There's so much more online information and everything. There's so many, you know, now there's YouTubers, you know, like 10, 12 years ago, I was practically the first one to start the engineering hobby YouTuber thing, right? I was basically it. And yeah, before that, you had to go on a forum. You had to go on a, you had to read the magazines or whatever. You had to go to websites or, you know, stuff like that. I was actually popular on my website before I became popular on the YouTubes. And then before that, I was popular in the magazines because I published the projects in the magazines and stuff. So, yeah, so I've been like well known in the hobby field for, you know, since the early 90s. So yeah, geez, what's that? 30 years now. 30 years. Yeah, 30 odd years. I've been known I've been a name in the hobby business. Even before the internet. Oh, okay. It struggled for a bit, but it skipped some frames and we're back in sync now. Okay, yep. It could be, I don't know, the Wi-Fi. It could be the Wi-Fi. I don't know how it's... Oh, no, I've got 3 bars. I'm barring up. I've got 3 bars on the Wi-Fi, so, I don't know. Meh. Yep. Should really have been called EEVblog. Yeah, I know, but like, because back when I started, blog was a thing, and it was the Electronics Engineering video blog. And vlog was not a term that was invented back then. Vlog was not a term. As far as I know, it had not been invented. You were a video blog, if anything, you know. And then I don't know how long the vlog term, when the vlog terminology took on, but I kind of hate that word vlog. It's a video blog. And I couldn't come up with a better name. I couldn't come up with a better name, neither could my early viewers. Like my first couple of hundred viewers, my first couple of hundred subscribers, were all thinking up, like on the Usenet forum at the time, we were all thinking up a name, you know, trying to, like, can I get a better name than the Electronics Engineering Video Blog? And everyone's like, just call it the EEVblog. All right. So it's stuck, you know. I may get in trouble from Mrs. EEVblog. Mrs. EEVblog does not know that I'm doing this, but I don't know if she's home yet. She may not be, although she might have been listening. Maybe I can track her. I can track her on the phone. I don't know. But she was out. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Yeah. Because OnlyFans. Can I do a video, or do I have a video on inductors displaying all those damn VIUs? It's really hard for me to understand the screen. Tips for that. No, I don't have a video on that I'm aware of. I'm not sure if that'll come as part of my AC series, which I want to get back to. I've only done one. Lazy ass. I completed my DC circuit theory series. Completed that. Then I started the AC with much gusto. And I think even in the first video I said, oh, soon we'll be, you know, have the other videos. And, you know, nah. I'm behind on the chat again. Someone trying to shill me a crypto wallet in the chat. What? There's a reboot of Fresh Prince. Come on. Come on. Stop rebooting shit. Ian Scott Johnson has given out, is using KiCad V6. I haven't tried V6 yet. Haven't tried it, but yeah, I will probably use it for my next project. Because I just don't need Altium anymore. But my license has expired. They do give me a free license, but I haven't heard back from them. So technically, like, it's expired. I can't actually boot up Altium at the moment. And the thing is, the license only lasts for 12 months, so I have to keep getting a new one every year. Sorry for those viewing on other platforms. I am live on Odysee and even, what is it? I'm live on Twitch as well. I'm live on Twitter. I'm live on LinkedIn. And Theta TV. I'm live on 7 different platforms. Is that another skeeter? Yeah, live on 7 different platforms, but it only feeds in 3. It only feeds in EEVblog 2. No, it does feed in Twitch comments, and it feeds in Facebook comments. That's it. But most people are viewing on EEVblog 2. I have no idea what the best voltage amperage is for cooking a steak. Oh yeah, they've got lots of weird things in KiCad that aren't consistent or make no sense. Yeah. Steven's an old guy, retired, but loves it so much. Yeah, everything's easier and more. Yep, everything's more easier these days. Could be a diamond python behind me. I don't know, maybe a brown. Something like that. Never know. Never know your luck. Oh, you can get phones with thermal cameras now. Yeah, there's a few niche ones around, isn't there? But I don't know. I wouldn't get one. No, buy the right horses for courses. Buy the right tool for the job. I mean, you know, it might be handy if you're going out on site, or, you know, if you're going out on site and you don't want to have to carry yet another tool or something like that. Fair enough, you know, because you got to carry your phone. So, you know, if it's got a thermal camera in, I guess that could be handy. But otherwise, no, get the right tool for the job. Thank you very much. 69 unpronounceable. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is good enough for Australia. What would I recommend for some starter projects to get competent? Whatever interests you is the main thing. The main thing. Don't just get a kit that doesn't interest you and go, oh, this is what I have to do to learn electronics. No, get a kit that interests you. If you like robots, get a robot kit. If you like, I don't know, insert thing here, get that thing, get a kit for that thing and work on that. Because then you'll be more enthusiastic and then you'll stick around. Whereas if you just, building circuits up on breadboard and stuff, like that's the way it always used to be done. But nowadays there's so many other options. Yeah, I would recommend picking a project that you like and trying to find a kit. If you're into vintage computers, there's lots of vintage computer kits around. Get one of those and build it up and modify it and, start doing stuff like that. There's so much open source stuff around. Yeah, you can't really build your own computer to compete these days. Careful saying barring up. Yeah, I've heard that the video cards are pricey or unobtainium. Yeah, so I've heard I might hold on to my stash of older. I think I could probably get $300-400 for like an old GTX, 1030 or something. I can. Oh, good luck, Conscience. Circuit Theory 1, final exam. What would Circuit Theory 1 be? It depends. Is that like DC Circuit Theory? Is that like Kirchhoff's and stuff? Like I've done the DC Circuit Theory stuff on? Is that what is covered in your Circuit Theory 1, or is it higher level than that? It all varies. Have I caught COVID yet? Maybe, maybe not. You'll never know. How's the micro supply going? It's not going. It's once again, I've still got on my bench. I actually dug them out 3 months ago. I dug out all of the micro supply prototypes that I could find. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them, and I was going to do like an update video of just like, here's where it got to. I have no plans to finish it, so I don't know whether or not that video would be good or bad. It'll just, why don't you finish it? I'll probably get hundreds of emails. Put it on Kickstarter. Oh God. Oh yeah, like yeah, it's another level again. Yes, you could do your own ISA bus, but then again, like back in the day with the ISA bus, yes, you could do your own, but you couldn't get easy access to making your own boards, for example. Like, you couldn't get the prototype boards that you could these days. Imagine trying to do, like, even getting a decent, 2-layer plated through hole board made, for example, for the ISA bus, let alone a 4-layer board. Like, it is really expensive. Now it's cheap as chips. So now, technically, even though PCI Express would be harder, it's like from an engineering point of view, the PCI Express board interface would be much harder to do, but it would be easier to manufacture. It'd be easier and cheaper to make one, though, than it would back in the ISA bus days. Yeah, you could etch your own board and then drill it, and lost count of the number of boards I've made by hand. Let me tell you, including at work. Like, yeah, for a company. I was a PCB design contractor at. Yeah, I'd still make my own boards because it was just faster and cheaper. I'd be out the back with the etchant. Oh, they can piss off with all the woke stuff. It ruins everything. Ruins everything. Of course it's going to be woke. Destroys everything. I couldn't give a rat's ass about the metaverse. Care factor 0. Altium started advertising online as tech tips, really? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really talk to Altium anymore. I don't know what they're doing, but I do know they've pretty much abandoned their mid-range one. They're pretty much abandoned, and Circuit Maker. I don't know anyone who uses Circuit Maker. The Fresh Prince of Bella Vista. Don't know if you can hear that in the background. Hear it? If anyone can tell me what animals are in the background, you win the internet. Okay, once again, I'm catching up. Catching up to the chat. They destroyed a lot more than those, Ash. They, yeah, so many. You just lose count of the ones they've destroyed. The woke crap is just destroyed. And it's not just movies. It's all, society. Universities are being destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Decimated. Because of the woke bullshit. Gas soldering irons, Gabriel. Gas soldering irons aren't temperature regulated that I'm aware of. So yeah, you don't want one. They're like a plumber's iron. No, you want a good temperature regulated iron. So I would not use a gas one. Unless there's a temperature regulated gas soldering iron. Is there? I don't know. Does anyone know? You ended up just moving back from Circuit Maker to KiCad. Yeah. The big problem for Altium is that the KiCad Altium importer works great. Oh, excellent. I should actually try that. I might see if I can import my micro supply project into there. That'll be a good test because the micro supply is actually a surprisingly complicated little beast. The final version, like the really nice schmicko one I've shown, that's it's a fairly complicated little beast. Even though it's small, it is, there's a lot in it, and that would be an interesting experiment to try and import that. I might do that when I get back. Ugh. Yeah, Furia. At least 30% of engineers and electronics hobbyists on Twitter are they, them now. Yeah. Anyone who has pronouns in their profile, it's like it doesn't mean you're going to be a certain way. Ugh. But Skeeter. But all the people, all the troublemakers seem to have pronouns in their bios. And you know what I mean by troublemakers. Ones who bitch about everything. Yeah, the main issue with Altium's the price. Yeah, that's why they have the different. I haven't checked the price lately, but it's still like $5,000-$10,000, isn't it? I think you get the cheap if you get it $5,000. I can still remember back at the old Altium headquarters. I was working there. I was in the canteen. It was all hands on deck. Nick Martin, the founder and CEO, called everyone into the canteen and he said, right, this is in the old building before they moved to the new schmick one. Called everyone in the canteen and said, right, we're burning our bridges. When paraphrasing kind of thing, but he did use the term burning our bridges. We're burning our bridges. Altium can never go back to high-priced software. Those were his words, and that's when they slashed the price by 80%. They slashed it. It was like $10,000, and they slashed it down to $2,000 overnight. This was, oh God, when was it? 2008, maybe. When did I join? 2009? No, because I left in shit. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it was the late 2000s. Late 2000s. They we are burning our bridges. We can never go back to high-priced software. Those were his words, and that's why the CEO at the time, because he wasn't CEO, the CEO, Emma LaRusso. She quit. She basically quit in protest of that. I think I didn't speak to her personally about it, but she left soon after. She just went. Yeah, she did not agree with the direction of that. Yeah, and I think within 12 months the price was back up. But there he was. It was yep. We're burning our bridges. We can never go back to high-priced software again. Right, this is how we're going to get everyone. This is how we're going to win. This is how we're going to get everyone to use Altium. So they dropped it to $2,000. Yep. And I think it lasted. I don't think it lasted more than 12 months. Oh, I read that. I read that article. I didn't read it all, but I kind of tried to skim it, and that was just a clickbait bullshit article. They swiftly ruined a family road. Charging points in Adelaide to Victor Harbour was a trip. Yeah, no, it's no. Yeah, Trevor, I think that was a clickbait article. And if you own an EV and you go on such a huge road trip, and you expect issues like that, I mean, it's just no. I think that was I got the vibe of sensationalist bullshit. You ruined your family holiday. Well, you didn't freaking plan enough. But granted, I haven't read all the details. But yeah, that's the impression I got from that article. Yeah, I saw it the other day. Saw it last night, I think. I know you won't talk about getting the cough. Otherwise, I'm demonetized. But are you at risk of catching the Voltnut virus? Possibly. And I'm lower risk than most of getting the cough as well. I'm lower risk. Just my general lifestyle. I don't work at a large company. I'm not going to the gym at the moment. It's we did this is EEVblog works from home. Yeah, I go into the office. I work on my own. There's very little. There's very few places for me to catch it. Which yeah, that doesn't mean it won't happen. But yep. But there's yeah, I'm at a relatively low risk of actually catching it. When the kids go back to school, but the schools don't seem to spread it. So, yeah. Although the kids haven't gone back to school since the new variant, the G variant. Yep. I think I got bit by a skeeter there. Don't know. I usually don't get bit by skeeters. I'm usually not a skeeter magnet. So yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, Ash. That was a legitimate video. I was going to rent the entire yeah, what is it, 9,000 square meters of Altium headquarters. Oh, cool! You got Tektronix 2220 for around 110 AU. Nice, Mike. I just scored another. I just scored an eBay scope for $99. So it's on, you know, it's from overseas, so it comes via the global shipping program. If anyone's had experience of the global shipping program, the eBay global shipping program. But just before I left, I did actually get a scope for 99 Yankee bucks. And yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if it turns up, see what condition it is. I won't tell you what one, but I got a mystery scope. Maybe I should do another $50 eBay scope video. What scope can you know, maybe I should up it to $100. Who thinks I should up it to $100? What is, you know, can you find an oscilloscope for under $100 on eBay? What is the best scope you can find? You know. Sorry to hear about your oh. Was it brother, Ash? Sorry to hear about that. I don't know about those electronics mozzie zappers. I don't know. Does anyone have any experience? I don't know. I've never used one. I don't know. Yeah. So we don't know about the schools. Yeah. Yeah, we just don't know because we're in school holidays here, and we left school holidays at the end of the start of December. So the Omicron wave didn't happen until mid-December, I think it started, something like that. Yeah. But oh. So yeah, we just don't know. But everyone's going to get it sooner or later, so, you know, like, you know, you can't be afraid. Like, you can't live your life unless you're immunocompromised or something. You know, you can't live your life afraid, you know. That's just no way to live. David 2 has done a tutorial on, it was part of the EEV Academy series. He did one on control loops. I can't remember what it's called, but that was on EEVblog main channel, I think. I don't think it was an EEVblog 2 second channel video. I think it was a main channel video. It was an EEV Academy video. So if you search for EEV Academy control theory or something, you'll probably find it. David's done a decent video on that. I don't have plans to remake it because he's already done one on the channel, so, you know. $100 lab gear. $100 lab gear, yeah. They've been very, those videos have been very popular. New comments. Oh, I had to hit the new comments video. I'm not up to. I'm hopeless at keeping up to date. Could be spiders dropping from the trees. Maybe. There's something crawling on the top of my laptop. It's not a skeeter. It's. I don't know. Almost looks like a mini spider. Don't know what it is. No, that will. Oh no! It flew. It flew. So yeah. Simple. You just got it, did you? Simple Electronics just got it. 7 days, double vaxxed, still caught it. Yeah. Do I reckon it'll ever be possible to recondition legacy type batteries economically? What are you talking about, legacy type batteries? You're talking about NiCads and sealed lead acid and stuff like that, I assume. I don't know. Recondition, I don't know about battery reconditioning and battery stuff like that. Don't really know anything about it. Yeah, people have gone, yeah, Electron Ash. People, Twitter turns people into nut jobs. Twitter is a nut job generator. An absolute nut job generator. It's, yeah, like, what's my opinion about Altronics? I like Altronics. Currently walking to the one in Perth City to grab some stuff, I guess you mean. Yeah, I like Altronics. They have a better range of often a better range of stuff than JCar, especially in terms of, like, you know, discrete components. They do like bins of surface mount parts and stuff like that. They are more component focused. Altronics more component focused than JCar. I do like Altronics. I used to have a wholesale account with them because I used to buy the microcurrent boxes are from Altronics. I used to buy them in wholesale, and they're made in Western Australia. The boxes are made in Western Australia. Anyway, I do like Altronics. Oh, there's a ton of them. Tommy. Depends on what cheap. I mean, I guess anything under $100 is cheap. You've got the what is it? The Dur. What is it? The Dur. What is it? The Dur 100? Is it the Dur 100 LCR meter? I can't remember. You can get that for under $100 now, and that's pretty capable. But then, of course, you can get the $5 one, $5 delivered. I've done a video on that, and it's actually useful. Yeah, you can get amazing. Just go search for sub $100 LCR meters on eBay. I think there's heaps of them now. Everyone got into LCR meters in the last year or two. Just 34 more boosters to stop the spread. Yeah, you're not going to stop the spread. Doesn't matter how many boosters you take, you're not going to stop the spread, because that's not its job. Or if that was its job, it failed at it. Yeah. Yeah, no. Anyone who thinks that you'll get your 3 boosters and that'll be it is not living in is living in La La Land. Because if the double vaxxed wears off, the booster's the same thing. It's going to wear off too. And now they're giving, what, 4 month intervals or something? Is it 3 or 4 months? I think here in Australia they lowered it to 3 months now. I just read the other day or something. Or did they? Yeah, from 4 to 3 months or something. Geez, if the bloody thing's only lasting 3 months, then, like, obvious, like, by definition, it means that you're going to have to keep taking it if you want to avoid the, if it actually diminishes that quickly. And they're all different, they all have their variations. There's a new one coming here in Australia, the Novavax, confusing it with Novak Djokovic. Novavax. The Novavax one's going to be approved here soon. That's yet another one. I don't know the efficacy, like I don't know the long-term, I don't think anyone knows the long-term things of that, how long that one lasts. But it's going to be our 4th one soon. So it'll be 4, and I think they might be using it as a booster too. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think there's some indication that it lasts a lot longer than the others. So the Novavax one looks promising. There's another Australian-made one too. There's another Aussie-made one, an Aussie design one that's going through not approval. There's, like, they're trying to get it funded at the moment or something. they've actually developed it, but they need the funding to do the trials. The problem is, right, with such a high vax rate, like crazy, what are we, 96% here or something in New South Wales? Like, who's left to join the trials? Who's left to do the trials? How do they do the trials? I mean, serious question. Like, who's left? If, you know, almost everyone's vaxxed, who's left to trial the new vaccines and stuff? No one. So yeah, I don't know how that works. Darwood, did I send you a 235 6 years ago? Did I? Still working great. Good to hear. And for inspiring you to pursue a degree in EA. EE. Awesome. Nice. Yeah, the boosters are the same as flu shots, but they weren't supposed to be. Like, you know, nobody predicted the whole booster thing, as far as I know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Was there a big, you know, was anyone saying from day one that, oh, we're going to need a booster? I don't think anyone was saying that. I think they were hoping that the 2 jabs would be it, and that'd be done, and it'd be done and dusted, and that'll last forever. Well, not forever, but you know, it'll last a lot longer than it's lasting now. The DE 5000. Thank you. Yes, the DE 5000. So yeah. Hey, big Clive's in the house. Omicron is letting rip here on the island right now. Yeah, it's going gangbusters here. I don't know about today's numbers, but yeah, we hit, I think, did we hit 50,000 a day? I don't know, it was 30 or 40,000 a day or something. I don't know. That was here in my state of New South Wales. We've got 5 million people, roughly. So, what are we at? I'm just looking now. Oh, it's gone down. It's gone down. Yeah, so it's technically it's dropping. Technically it reached a peak at 45,000. Yeah, this is my state here. It reached a peak of 45, and then the next day it dropped down to 30,000, then it dropped down to 20,000. Now it's back up to 25. That's today, is it? The 11th? Yep, that's today. 25, but technically it's trending now, but you need another week of data to see that. So it might have hit its peak. Might have here. It might have peaked out. Let's hope so. It's letting rip. What's the percentage? How many people a day in there? Again, 2 weeks to stop the spread. Every 10th booster you get a free Subway sandwich. Yeah, JCar had to go trendy mainstream because they had more stores, so they had to justify, like they had to get into the fart-in gadgets more and the flashy light gadgets more. Because they were more consumery, whereas Altronics, nobody knew Altronics, and they only had like one store in each state. There's some states that don't even have an Altronics store. There's only one here in Sydney. I know, I've got it. Yeah, so yeah, but they had to. I don't blame them. Yep. That was pretty much the idea. It's all about the hospitalisation. It's all about the, you know, it's all about the ICU beds and stuff like that here. And you know, they're talking about we had one Omicron death here or something. Oh no, technically there's more, but we had an over-reporting here. It just hit the news the other day that they did a study at one. It was only at one hospital, but they did a study at one hospital, and 50% of the patients were admitted for something else. They were not admitted because of COVID, yet they were included in the numbers. So it's like there's no standard for it, and it's just shit. Although our Prime Minister came out the other day and said we must have standards for this. You know, we must have a national standard. We can't be over-reporting this shit. We can't be under-reporting it. We need accurate reports. And it's one of the few things I agree with our Prime Minister on. Yeah, it's just bullshit that we can't have accurate numbers. How many people are admitted into the hospital because of COVID? Not with. Who cares about with? Makes no difference whatsoever, because that's what we need, and that's what we want to know about. And how many people died because of it, not with it. That's what we need to know. Is that too much to ask? I don't think it's too much to ask to have accurate numbers on that. A good public health system, yep, goes a long way. Yep. But they had time to ramp up the ICU capability, and they didn't. So, you know, yeah, everyone's all over this C19 bullshit. Yep, everyone's over it. 182Q. Everyone's over it. Yeah, it's going to be harder and harder for them to push any. I don't see lockdown. Well, our Prime Minister come down. He came out the other day, 5 days ago, 7 days ago or something, and said we won't have lockdowns in this country again. That is not the way to deal with it. Our Prime Minister came out and said it, even though he doesn't really have the power. Just like in the US, everyone talks about you know, Trump and old geezer Biden. Yeah, they can't do anything. They talk about their response is shit. They don't have the power. The states have all the power. Same here. The states have all the power. All the federal government can do is withhold funding from the states and withhold, you know, they hold them by the financial purse strings. But apart from that, all of your lockdown, all of your mandate rules, all of your health rules are done at a state level, and the federal government have essentially no say in it. They can try and force their hand via funding and stuff, but apart from that, no. The only one who can stop lockdowns and mandates and all the rest of the bullshit is the state governor. State governor has the power, but nobody hears about the state governor. And governors in the US are much bigger. Like, they rule the roost and they're huge public. You never hear about state governors here in Australia, yet they earn $500,000 a year. You never hear about them. Right, they just sit there on their cushy job for $500,000 a year. They're the ones who can say yay or nay to everything. They can overrule state premiers. They can sack state premiers if they're doing something wrong. They can just go, you're out. Our state governors have the power to sack our state premiers who make all the decisions. And yeah, the Novavax one, yeah, they've never actually produced one, but they've been going for like 12 years or something. They've been going for a long time. But yes, technically they have never had one approved yet. But it's been approved in India. I think India are currently making them and using it. It's going to happen here like within weeks. They've said the end of January. Here maybe, but then again they said the end of December. It never happened. But it is, Australia have ordered, I think, 50 million doses. So as soon as it's approved here, we can't, unless we want to try and break our contract. We have a contract to buy 50 million doses of the Novavax. So yeah, Australia will be one of the first Western countries in the world to use it, I think. So I'd be surprised if that doesn't come at least next month. They put the application back in early December, I think. So they've been sitting on it. Well, they've been, you know, don't just sit on it. They have to evaluate all the data and stuff. And yeah, I think was it the federal health minister or the state health minister or something came out the other day or a week ago and said, yeah, he expects it to be approved by the end of January. He's confident. He's fairly confident it's going to be approved, but it's not his decision. It's the medical, what's the nuts? I don't think they did. I don't think they did, Rich. I'm not that far down the conspiratorial hole that I don't think the big farmers predicted the boosters from the beginning. I don't think they did. I think they thought that that's why they were pushing the huge double vax thing, and I think they thought that was the only money they were going to get. I think they thought that I'm not going to answer that. It's an unknown number from Victoria. No. So where was I? Yeah, they were. I don't think they actually. I don't believe so. I'm not going to buy that one. Oh, there's a nice breeze here now. Ah, it's beautiful, beautiful. Nice cool breeze just came through. Ah, it was kind of humid before. Now it's just gorgeous. Oh, they left a message, did they? You missed a call, but the caller didn't leave a message. Yeah, bugger off. Yeah, I don't think they predicted the boosters, but once they realised that it wore off quick, they went, "Oh, we can have a second suck of the salve, or a third suck of the salve." Yeah, so I reckon that they thought that they were only going to get the one-shot deal here a week, a dual-shot deal. That they were going to make their money, and they were going to, that'd be it from the two shots, and that'd be it. No, I don't think they actually predicted the boosters from the beginning. I'm not buying that one. But of course, now that they realised once the data was in, and oh shit, it wears off. I don't think anyone predicted that it'd wear off so quickly. I don't think even Pfizer and Moderna and the other big pharma companies actually predicted it would wear off so quickly. And I think they were surprised, and well, pleasantly surprised. Yeah. The problem is, I think, isn't there data that's come out recently, like in the last couple of days or something, that, or last week, that too much boosting might be bad for you. I don't think they can keep on doing it. I think there's some data coming out. Don't quote me at all, but yeah, I don't think, like, the risk kind of like goes up. The myocarditis risk and everything, I think, is actually jumping up. With the third, because they're trialing the fourth one now. They're trialing the fourth booster in Israel and other places, I think. And I think there's some initial data coming in that it's not looking too terrific. Or at least it's a tad concerning, possibly. So, don't know. Yeah. All right, I am. Some experts were saying from the start, Basement Science. There's another channel, Basement Science, I'm assuming. So some people saying there was no booster talk from the start. Others are saying that there was. I don't know. It's been so long ago, I can't remember. Yeah, the New South Wales is not counting the rat test yet. Oh, and I think just today or yesterday, the New South Wales government came out. We're going to make it compulsory for you to report your rapid antigen test. If you're positive on a personal rapid antigen test at home, it's compulsory that you report it. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, at this point, the numbers are meaningless. The only numbers that matter are the number of people in hospital because of, not with, the number of people in hospital because of, and the number of people in ICU and the number of deaths because of. The because of numbers are the only ones that matter. Just the fact that some people test positive, and it's almost all Omicron. They're not even testing. They've just given up. They're just assuming it's all Omicron now. Which is, it might or might not be, but I think it has to be, based on the numbers we got. There's no way it's not mostly Omicron. They stopped giving daily updates, yeah. It just gets dumb to a point. Like, we had the fear porn For like, there was like an hour here in New South Wales, just in my state, there was like a 1.5 to 2 hour or something daily press update every day. Oh, we've got 4 cases today. You know, this is back when we had very few. You know, oh, 4 cases today, and it's all getting out of hand. And they'd have a 2 hour presser, and there'll be people watching this shit. Why? Why would you spend like an hour or 2 hours of your day watching a freaking live press thing about COVID? Just no. Just go back to your life, really. You know, there's some people who need to be concerned, you know, the people with comorbidities and stuff like that, even if you're vaxxed. The comorbidities are, you know, there's some people who are still at great risk, you know, especially if you're old. And, yeah, there's no positives if you don't test. Phil's here. And he just happens to be wearing the merch. He happens to be wearing the merch. I'm not going to swing the camera around. Should I? Should I?
Go on.
No, here, you can come in here. Here you go. He's wearing the merch. Phil is wearing the merch.
Hey.
Phil is. He's got the merch. You guys just got back, or?
Long enough for me to have a shower.
All right. Okay.
How's the park?
Yeah, park was great. Should have come.
I know, I wanted to.
It's great.
Swimming was good though.
Yeah.
Did you guys swing by the beach?
No, we went to the beach though. Oh, I've said where I am. People are going to triangulate my position.
Uh-oh.
We're near a beach. We're near a beach.
In Australia, that's a pretty safe bet no matter where you
Yeah,
are.
right. Yeah, right. Because who goes inland? No one, right? It's just empty. You know, Australia is just, you know, the size of the continental US, but it's just all empty in the middle. You know, if you go 50 k's in, it's like
Your only choice is basically north or south.
yeah, right. Well, on the east coast here.
East coast, yeah.
Yep. Mrs. EEVblog. Yeah, I'm surprised Mrs. EEVblog hasn't yelled out the window yet. Although I did my family duties today, so I think she realises that I'm owed. I'm owed something.
Is a strong term.
Yeah. I'm live streaming on 7 platforms. Only 7 platforms. Only 7 platforms.
Could we make 10?
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, I'm on Rumble now. Does Rumble have a live? Yeah, Rumble probably has a live thing, right? But it's not integrated with StreamYard, so it'd have to be a anonymous RTMP or whatever it is access. So yep. I need to add another one. Rumble. I believe. Yeah, I think you can go live on Rumble. Can you go live on Getter too? Because technically I have a Getter account. I should program. Yeah, I'm going to try and make double digits, Phil. All right, I'll try and make double digit platforms. Yep.
All right, do it.
Yep. Damn it. I don't care if nobody's watching on those platforms. I don't use them. Well, I'm currently streaming to theta.tv. Theta.tv. No one uses it, but you know, well, there's some gamer kiddies, I think, but that's about it. Thank you, Hudgkin. How interested are you in homemade processors? I've seen some very cool ones from Ben Eder, James Sharman, and Bill Busby, to name a few. You obviously haven't seen my videos on them. That little creature's on top of my camera. Little mysterious creature. Anyway, yes, you obviously haven't seen my Gigatron TTL computer. I'm into that. I've done videos with Sagan on the 2nd channel making what is it, the RC 2014. So yeah, I'm into those. I think they're cool. Really, Anthony? There you go. That's local. It was in hospital ER about 12 times last year. It was almost always empty, while the media claims it was overwhelmed. I'm sure, yes. Media beat up everything everywhere. Sometimes it's genuine, sometimes it's not, and that's the problem. media credibility has gone out the window. It's completely gone out the window. Who will trust the media now? Who is stupid enough to trust the media on anything? And yeah, they've just completely ruined any shred of reputation they had left. It's just, yeah, Australia's all beach. Australia is just surrounded by beaches. Like, you know, like I'm at a beach. Okay, I'm going to narrow it down. I'm at a beach today that's over 10 kilometers long. Going to narrow it down. It's over 10 kilometers of pristine beach. Over 10 kilometers long. So it might narrow it down. People are furiously trying to find it. I'm on somewhere on the east. I'm going to narrow it down. I'm somewhere on the east coast of Australia. Somewhere on the east coast of Australia. That's only, what, 5,000 kilometers long? And I'm near a beach. I'm near a beach that is, well, we're a little bit inland from the beach, but, you know, yeah. We're just a short drive from a beach that's over 10 kilometers long. Oh. How does this? Oh. Thank you, Christian Dorr, who I'm sure you've donated before. Thank you. For the Canadian. What's that worth in Yankee bucks these days? And do I have to pay tax on it 5 times? Sorry, that's a Canadian joke. All the Canadian viewers will get it. Yeah, we were yep. Yeah, well, you have to get back to life sometime. We that's the thing here in Australia. Like, it's basically zero COVID for a year. Like, while the rest of, I'm talking 2021. Sorry, late-ish 2020 to mid 2021. So it was, you know, yeah. So basically mid 2020 through to mid 2021, Australia, we spent almost practically a year COVID free. While the whole world was just, you know, skyrocketing, you know, millions of cases. Australia here was like naffle, and we went pretty much. We were, yeah, famously, you know, there's articles that I've linked on Twitter and other live shows, I'm sure, over the last couple of years. That yeah, Australia we were the first to go back to full stadiums full of maskless people, you know. Yep, stadiums absolutely chocker full, and we got back to normal life. Until July. I think July is when we started to ramp up again. And by August 2021, we're starting to get the heebie-jeebies that it was rising. And then they were starting to panic because we had like 50 cases, you know. Yep. And then it sort of sat flat for a while. I think it sat like at a couple of hundred cases a day. It just sat there for a while, and it was looking like it might have been over, and then Omicron happened, and all hell broke loose. And the interesting thing is, it is not seasonal, because we're summer here. We're in the middle of summer. We're in the middle of summer. And the thing is, yeah, COVID didn't, we had no waves during the winter time here. We had no waves during the winter time. Our waves have been in the summer times. We had a little bit over Christmas, last Christmas, as in 2020/2021 Christmas. I think there was a bit of a hump, or in January or something. I don't know. I can't remember precisely, but yeah. And then of course now with the COVID wave, with the Omicron wave, where yeah, it's happened in peak summer here. So yeah. So obviously it doesn't stop the spread, but we've got very few hospitalizations. You know, I'm not saying very few, but we've got, you know, as far as compared to case numbers, like the hospitalization percentage, and given that the Omicron's everywhere, and we're getting like 50,000 cases a day reported, or we hit 45,000. There had to be 100,000. There had to be 100,000. Like, if you didn't think it was underreported by half, I don't think you were. Yep. Sorry, I'm only looking at, no, I'm not only looking at the YouTube chat, I am looking, there's a Twitch, Fubi, but I can't see all of the platforms because I've got 156 people watching on EEVblog 2, I've got 7 people watching on Twitch, and I've got 6 people watching on Facebook. And it doesn't tell me the other platforms because they're not integrated with StreamYard. So, yeah, unfortunately. So yeah, you just can't, you can't trust government, you can't trust freaking media anymore. Like, not that you could before, but now it's like, oh fuck, just stop watching the news. Stop watching the news. And believe nothing of what the government tells you. Jesus. Or at least half. At least be skeptical on half of it. Should be skeptical about everything the media and the government are telling you. Do your own fact checking. Walkabout Creek. Yes, I mean Walkabout Creek. Nailed it. I mean whoop whoop. Back a Burke. Am I in petting distance of a koala bear? Not that I'm aware of. I don't see any koala trees around here. Nah. Certainly not the ones behind me. No, there's only certain species. Look at that, bright. Beautiful. Coming through. Ooh, 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 look. Yay! E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. That's cool. Hallelujah. Screen capture that, someone. There you go, screen capture that. I'll turn that off and screen capture that better. Soy face. No, I'm not in petting distance of a koala bear that I'm aware of. "10 kilometres out of 40,000 kilometres. Not as, well, no, I've told you it's on the East Coast. Come on. Come on. I told you it's on the East Coast. That's narrowing it down. It's narrowing it down to like 5,000, isn't it? 8,000? How long's the East Coast of Australia? I should know that. Of course, do you count the fractal? You know, like, it's... the length is infinite. All the math people are saying it's infinite. No, but it's bounded. No, it's infinite but bounded, isn't it? I don't know. Call up one of the maths channels. Yeah. Those and I can remember the last. I think the last video that I remember it now. The last video I shot of me walking around Rouse Hill. I was walking around Rouse Hill. I hopped on the train and I went out to Rouse Hill and I walked around with the camera and practically no one was wearing masks. And then that very day I did that. That very day, there was an outbreak here in Sydney. It was like we had like 15 cases or something. It was like, huge, boom, it's exploded. Lockdowns. Well, lockdowns in certain areas. It wasn't a Sydney-wide lockdown. It was just in certain areas. And then everyone in the chat, everyone from overseas in the chat was going, ha, it's going to spiral out of control. And it went to it peaked at like 20 cases and then went back down to 0. Yeah, that was so funny. Everyone was trying to own me in the comments by going, ha. For months afterwards, they were, I was saying, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. No, Australia didn't regret it. No, we had a normal life here for a year, while the rest of the world was, it's good and bad. Like, some, arguments can be made that, we should have let it rip and all that sort of jazz, and, which is what we're doing now. Australia's basically said we're letting it rip. You know, because there's nothing you can do. You can't stop the Omicron spread. You can't stop it. There's no point even trying, really. Although, yeah, we do have the mask mandate things back in shops and stuff. Yeah, it's just huge. You can't stop it. It seems to make no difference. It's going to spread anyway. Huh? Been looking through big flies but haven't tried locating a video on what topic are you talking about, James? Sorry, I must have missed something in the chat. Yes, the virus really is that bad in some percentage of the population. In others, like kids, it's zero. There's practically zero risk to kids. Yeah, a couple of kids will die from it, but then again, every single year, a couple of kids die from the flu here in our state. You know, it happens. Yeah, go and check the numbers. But yeah, kids are at practically zero risk, and young adults and stuff like that, practically zero risk. I think don't quote me, and don't try and quote me out of context that, COVID's the same as the flu. Don't try and quote me out of context, which people always do. But in terms of number of kids dying and stuff like that, I don't think there's any difference. No, I have not. Oh, battery's running low. I'm getting low. I'm going to have to call it quits. I've got 25 minutes left according to this. So I'm going to go. I'm going to keep going until Mrs. EEVblog throws something at me. Or I run out of battery. So, yeah. But no, if you're like old, yeah, you should be concerned. I think if you're old and you're vaxxed, you should still even... Oh, no, you don't want to live your life in fear either, you know. But, no, there's some... certainly, there's some percentage of the population that, yeah, should be rightfully concerned. Others, just get on with your life, you know. We do have compulsory vaccinations for some jobs, like government jobs, I think. And technically, I believe any private business is allowed to also enforce a private business vax mandate, which means, I don't think it's been tested in court yet, but it means that you cannot, like a company, a business owner cannot be sued if they dismiss someone, because if that's your company policy, that you require all workers to be vaccinated, you're allowed to fire them if they don't get the vaccination. I think. But I don't think it's been tested in court yet. But I believe the government will back you up on that. Even though the government hasn't mandated for private businesses, they said it's up to you. It's up to you. But I believe it's, I believe you have some legal backing from the government on that. Don't quote me on that because I haven't read the legislation and stuff like that, but I think that's something like that. Sadly, I've got an article. I won't be able to find it now, but maybe I should tweet it or something, or do it in the next live show or something. There's an old article that when COVID first came out, it's a good article from a doctor in a hospital ICU ward, and how they're saying, every year we get, especially on a bad flu season, our ICU ward is you know, full of and he said, yeah, kids die, you know, young adults die from the flu. It's, you know, the flu is serious stuff. And if you're immunocompromising, so, you know, it doesn't just happen to random people. You've got to be like you know, if you're a kid and you die from the flu, you've got to be like immunocompromised in some ways. But yeah, he said like significant numbers of kids die every year from the flu, even here in Australia. And he's an ICU doctor in one, you know, head of the ICU ward at some hospitals. Really eye-opening article. And he was talking about that in way back in early 2020 or something. So yeah, so it even affects young people. So, yep. So don't be alarmed that, you know, COVID's killing some young, you know, some 5-year-old, you know, or something like that. The flu can do the same thing. So, yep. 80%. You reckon it's 80% in New York, is it? They labelled other things of 80% wrong in New York. Yeah, well, they looked at one hospital here in Sydney. Yeah, it was in Sydney. Yeah, I think it was in Sydney. And 50%. The figure was 50%. They were admitted not because of COVID. They were admitted for something else, and they just happened to test positive, so they included them in the numbers. It's bloody ridiculous. It isn't too much to ask. Yeah, Heath, if you're on public you know, if you're taking public transport every day, you're at higher risk, you know. See, I'm much lower risk than most people because I work in my office on my own. I don't take public transport. You know, my biggest risk would be, you know, going to a school, even though I said, you know, schools are, they don't allow us in the schools, you know, it's a pick-up thing. We've gone back to the pick-up thing. I don't know how it's going to work when school starts again, but, you know, like the gym, apart from that, the gym would be the main place. Gym is where I've always picked up the flu, you know, every year. You know, I'll just get the flu every year because I'm sure I picked it up from the gym, or you get it from the kids from school. You know, especially when the kids went to the flu pit that is preschool. Oh God, if you've got kids and you've got kids in preschool, you know what I'm talking about. Holy shit. You get everything. You catch everything. Kids have robust immune systems when they go to preschool. That's Skeeter. That's Skeeter. Where is he? Where is he? He's gone. Wasn't quick enough. Hey, it's back. Hi, got him. Got him. Skeeter. Got him. Man who catch Skeeter with hand accomplish anything. Man who catch fly with chopstick. But I got it. Sorry, bobsled despot. I don't have time to look at that. I think I'm going to run out of battery shortly, so I should probably scroll to the bottom of the comments. Chopsticks. Yep. Man who catch fly with chopsticks accomplish anything. Look, I got the fly. Beginner's luck. Had a bonsai tree. My mum had a bonsai tree for 20 years. It finally died. Yeah. Oh, somebody talking about mobile phone oscilloscopes. Yeah, buy a real one. Buy a real desktop scope. They're only a couple $100. Even like the cheapest, junkiest brand bench scope is going to be useful. You know, even if you get some, you know, one hung low on one, you know, hand tech on one, you know, they're getting better. Actually, the on one ones aren't too bad. The, you know, hand tech is like one of the probably the lesser known name brand one on the market. You can get it for like a couple $100. Jeez, you know, even those are going to be useful. Even if they're, you know, not, the performance isn't great and they're buggy and whatever, they're still going to be streets ahead of any mobile phone bloody scope. Yeah. Oh, the Fluke Scope Meter 123. That was the Duck's Guts back in the day. That was a good score if you got that new. Is that the one I've done a video on that had the LCD problems? I can't remember which scope meter I did that had the LCD. Did I say video problems? That had the screen problems. That had the zebra strip. Not zebra strip. The hot bar attachment strip to the PCB. Yeah, they're famous for it. So I hope it doesn't fail on you. Someone's talking about Thunderfoot. He did another. I didn't like his video the other day though. He did one on it was titled debunking the battery or whatever, and it was like 5 minutes of the battery, and it wasn't even about that. Then it became an extra 20 minutes of Elon stuff. It's like I wish he'd stick to the topic. That you click on the video. I don't mind a couple of minutes here and there, but when like the video was like, it was a glass battery. What was it? Was it a quantum glass? I can't remember. It's not that, but it's some sort of battery. And he was researching it for another video he was going to do busting that, but he titled it that. So I clicked on it thinking, oh, he's going to done another battery busting video. Excellent. And it was a couple of minutes on that, and it was like then 20 on Hyperloop and everything. God, I wish he'd just stick to the one thing. But I do understand why he does it. As a fellow YouTuber, I understand why, because the video's got to stand on its own merits and blah, blah, blah. Because the average user who stumbles across one, hasn't watched all your other videos, and they're not going to. Yeah. Yeah, software's a major part of a decent digital scope. Yeah, I agree, Big Clive. But when you pay a couple $100, if you only pay a couple $100 for a digital scope, then it's even if it's buggy as hell, it's still going to be useful, I think. So, yeah. Actually, there was another one I was gonna buy. I never got around to it. There was one that was like $150. It was under $200, I think, and it was like, wow, like it's going to be crap, but like it's useful. How useful is it for under a couple $100? So yeah. Yeah, his science stuff's really good, Ash. Yeah, I love his science videos. And I love his, of course, I started watching him like over a decade ago with the original, why do people laugh at Creationists Part 1 and then he's up to Part 45 or something, Back when religion YouTubing was a thing. I think, back when, there was a whole atheist YouTube movement. And people have asked me this before. Thank you, David's Tech. Good to hear. Aspiring to become a radio and electronics tech. Awesome. Leading me down this great hobby. Met you back in 2013. 2015. That was a show somewhere, was it? Been hooked on electronics since. Excellent. Excellent. Well done. I've done a video on why not to call yourself a technician. Don't call... it wasn't titled that. But it was that part of the Mr. Bean, where I mentioned Mr. Bean video, and how to become an engineer, how to become a professional engineer or something like that. Yeah, you start by not calling yourself a technician, because that may pigeonhole you. So a little tip there. Oh, I'm back. Sorry, battery died. Gotta go. Catch you next time.